My girlfriend of 6 years cheated on me, but I got my revenge. My fiancée cheated on me about 7 months ago. We started dating when I was 23 and she was 22. She was my first love, and I thought she would be my only one. We had been living together for 3 years and were engaged for 1 year. We hadn't started planning the wedding yet, but we were going to. There was a bit of a rough patch in our relationship, but I thought that happens in every couple. I still loved her with all my heart. Looking back now, I realize there were signs of cheating, but at the time, I couldn't even imagine she'd do something like that. One day, I came home early from work around lunchtime, which almost never happened. I knew she had a day off, and I didn't tell her I was coming. I wanted to surprise her, maybe take her out for lunch or something. When I walked in, I noticed clothes scattered around and heard sounds coming from the bedroom. I already felt something was off. With my heart pounding and legs shaking, I walked upstairs. The bedroom door was slightly open, and I saw my girlfriend on all fours getting fucked from behind by another man. They didn't notice me. Their backs were to me. I just stood there in total shock, probably for 5 to 10 seconds, though it felt like an hour. I didn't say anything. I walked out of the house, got in my car, and drove to some parking lot. There, I just cried my soul out for hours until I was completely numb. When I came back home in the evening, my girlfriend acted like nothing had happened. As coldly as I could, I told her I wanted to break up. She started crying and asked why, but I didn't give her an explanation. I told her she had a week to move out and that I'd sleep somewhere else until then. The house was in my name, so that helped. I left and blocked her everywhere. I told my closest friends and family what happened and asked them not to contact my ex anymore. I stayed at a friend's place that first week, and luckily, when I got back home, she was gone. The first month after that was the hardest of my life. I was completely heartbroken. Friends and family of my ex tried to reach out, and I even got some hateful messages. There were times when I wanted to scream at them that she cheated and she was the one they should hate, but I just ignored and blocked everyone. The hardest part was ignoring her parents. We had grown close over the years. I saw them as my second family. They weren't hateful and just wanted to talk, but I refused. One of my ex's closest friends, let's call her M, had also become a good friend of mine. She tried to contact me several times, but I declined. About a month later, M reached out again and said she just wanted to talk and had had a falling out with my ex, but didn't want to say why over the phone. I invited her over and eventually told her everything that happened and why I broke up with my fiancé. I also said that I figured she must have known about the affair and that I understood why she didn't want to betray her friend, but I didn't want to stay friends with her either. M started crying and said she had wanted to tell me and had felt really torn about it. That was also why she and my ex had fought. M had told her she didn't know the exact reason I dumped her, but that she deserved it. We talked for a long time and ended up sleeping together. M later told my ex about it, and they're not friends anymore. Their whole friend group kind of fell apart. I also wrote a letter to my ex's parents explaining everything and saying how heartbroken I was, that I had really cared about them, and that I wish things had turned out differently. They wrote back saying they understood that they had always seen me as the perfect son in law, were disappointed in their daughter, and wished me the best. That all happened about 5 to 7 months ago. And just last week, I heard that my ex had become depressed and is in therapy now. The best part is that I barely think about her anymore. I don't feel anger, sadness, or resentment, just a bit of pity when I heard she was depressed. But honestly, I didn't really care. So yeah, 6 months later, I got out of a toxic situation and I'm happy. She's depressed, lost a loving partner, her friends disappointed her parents. My girlfriend cheated on me. Now she's depressed and I'm happy.